And we're back for another recap. How'd you guys do today? Anybody catch the drop or the pump or get chopped up? Because today was choppy as fuck. So let me go over my trade recap on what I hit. This is my normal screen that I actually watch right here. So I watch any one of these on 4 different time frames at one time. So if I want to look at ES, I'll double click it and it brings up the 4 different time frames so I can see everything on the time frames. And then I can toggle on and off my charts or my drawings because sometimes it gets a little messy. I'm usually zoomed in a little bit, kind of like this. So I got the 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 90-minute, and the 3 hour. And then I take trades off the 15-minute for my entry signals. So that's kind of how I do it. But let's get into the trade today. So I did take a scalp or kind of like a short into my zone first. That wasn't part of my plan, but here's my pre-market analysis. We pumped up Friday, lower volume, typical what we've seen. Bull moves being weak, not a ton of conviction behind them. It didn't create very good structure, so we got to be patient today. And know that FOMC's today. So here's the macro time frame on the 4 hour, clear uptrend going on. So definitely want to be targeting longs more so than shorts. Micro time frame, they're holding the highs of the run up in the pre-market, looking for a slightly lower area of support to hold price and have a bounce. 3880 to 3865 is where I would like ES to be defended, and as well as 11400 to 11450 on NQ. So kind of showing you the areas that I look for to take the trade. Areas of interest, these are my support and resistance levels. So I show those kind of right there. And then my supply and demand zones, kind of in the same area. And then the plays. Today wasn't very clear. So we wait and let price confirm moves. We didn't create much structure on Friday, so now we're looking to play levels of importance today instead of strictly supply and demand. So the main play is going to be bounces on ES at 3870. Oops. Or bounce on NQ at 11400 to 11450. If those areas can't hold, then we could short down to 3850 and 11300 on NQ. Okay, so that's what we were looking for. So we go down to the 15-minute, not on ES, on NQ. And so here's what we got. So remember, we were looking for bounces on NQ at 11450 to 11400. So my first trade I took, I actually shorted in the pre-market into open. I saw this right here, and I shorted the break and hold of the trend line. So I shorted right here at about 11,500. I think it was more like 11,495, kind of like right in this area, with a stop above here, 11,550. So about a 50-point stop loss going into the open. I was just wanting to see these lower highs and lower lows continue down into our area of importance, kind of the area we were looking to take trade. So shorted this area, held through open, started scaling out once we got this big candle down here, and then scaled all out by the time we hit 11,400. And then I saw these wicks right here. So wicks typically indicate weakness, right? So overall, we started showing weakness as we got lower and lower into the zone. And then we created a hammer candle at the lows, literally right at our key level here, 11,390 and 11, and then we had this trend line as well. So if you go back, look at this trend line where we rejected off of. You can kind of see it better here, but this is the trend line, touch there, we broke and reclaimed, and then this is where the trend line would hit again. So that's the exact same area. So we got long, literally right at this level. I actually called it out and signaled it in the Discord. Let me see right here. So at 8:38 a.m., the market opens for me at 7:30, so about an hour and 8 minutes after open. Said I'm long at 11,395, risking previous profits from the short. Entering now is a better fill than me. So if we go down to actually the 1 minute, I'll show you exactly where I called that out. And if you took it, you were actually never red on the trade. So 8:38 is when I called it out. So I called it out on this candle right here. This is the 838 candle right there. Signaled to get long. Oh, that's not working. Right there. Signal to get long. Almost at the bottom. So the signal happened right about 11,385. So you were about, 20 points off the low. Note, I did not take this off the 1 minute time frame. I do not watch the 1 minute. I do not even watch the 5 minute. I watch the 15 minute. So I basically took this as we broke the lows and started wicking back up. So I saw the wick forming. I know that there were wicks here, and now this was a wick forming. And it basically showed a reversal at our area we were looking for. And so that's what we took. And then we just held. And so we started scaling out at, I think, 11,470. My last scale out was right here at 11,490, targeting this previous support, which turned to resistance. So I didn't want to risk it for, just a few more points up here. I'm happy taking profit right at previous support. And we basically nailed the top. And yeah, that was it. So about a 100-point trade on NQ, which was awesome on a day that was literally, I think the range was like top to bottom, like 220 points. Usually the average is like 350. So catching, about 100 points down and 100 points up is literally the entire move of the day. So we killed it today, signaled it live, called it out in the pre-market plan. There was no reason for anyone to be red today if you were in our group. So come join us, come print with us. FOMC is going to be super fun. Also, our other admin, Nick, he streams live every day his scalps, so you can scalp along with him. And yeah, so overall, solid day. It was pretty choppy. ES, remember I said to long 3870. It got pretty damn close. We were about 3 points off, two points off. So this would have been your long area right here. And then you could have caught, another 30 points up, maybe 25. But yeah, both the pre-market plays worked out to a T. The signals were great. Everybody printed. So I hope you guys were green today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.